their persistence, their consistency, and they have ideology. That is why they outlive the enemy. At the end, the enemy leave their land and they regain their freedom. So if we can learn from those histories, I believe we will be victorious. But before I continue, there is a campaign IPOB is doing worldwide. I hope everybody out there is hearing us. I hope that everybody there, Biafrans and friends of Biafra, are doing the calling and tweeting. It is very, very important that we participate in this exercise. We are saying that we want to be free. And we are calling for the world to hear our pillage. This is a protest. You know, this kind of protest, we are in our comfort zone. It takes nothing away from us to make the phone calls and table our pillages. One of them, the release of our leader, Mazi Iyke. He did nothing wrong. They extraordinary rendition him. They broke every international law. And they keep on the law. The Nigerian court, the highest court of the land, freed him. Nobody will try him again in that contraction. Still, they refuse to obey their own law. And the international communities, most especially Mazi Iyke is a citizen of UK. The UK government didn't do nothing. But in their own hypocrisy, the other day, I was watching a TV. A UK Russian citizen was jailed in Russia. And UK ambassador in Russia revolt and released a press release, and they have been fighting for his release. I wonder what is the difference? Because it's white. Mazi Iyke is black. The same UK citizen. The other one is a UK Russian citizen. But they are fighting for the right of their UK Russian citizen. But the right of Mazi Iyke, UK Biafran citizen, they washed their hands off and said they cannot do nothing in that matter. Who is fooling who here? It's good for all these things to be happening, so we'll be knowing exactly who your friends and who your enemy are, who want you to survive. We know that English people are good people, like our leader always said. But it's those in the government are the ones that are holding us. When they get into the government, they become a monster. So it's important we make that phone call to the UK, to the United Nations, to US Senate and White House, Russia and China. We need an African Union. African Union haven't heard from us. We came from Africa. They need to know. They pretend they don't hear. They don't know nothing. So this is the opportunity for us to bring our message to them, our protest. If we say we are more than 50 million, I expect more than 10 million to make this phone call. If we truly want to be free, not just a mere talking. Everybody has to tweet daily, have to make the phone call daily and tweet. And record your conversation. And share what they told you. It's very, very important we collect all these statistics. Because it's important. Tomorrow, none of them will say they didn't hear us. We have cried to their doorsteps for over the years. We have written that our hands are paining us. We tweet that our thumbs are even about to fall out. We have called that even our voice are fading away because we can't speak no more. But still they refuse to listen. So let it be on the record, we must continue to call them until Chukwukaben will touch the hearts and mind of one or few that will come to our rescue. We must continue because this is a protest, worldwide protest. But this one is from our comfort zone. What we are tweeting should be topping the tweet chart. It should be one of the top 5 tweeting if we are doing exactly what we are asked to do. Nobody is going to do this thing for you. Nobody is going to lobby for you. Nobody is going to campaign for you if you do not get up and do it. The same thing applies to the others. If you are waiting for others to do it for you, the question we ask you is, how many times have you rise up or get up from your comfort zone and go and help others? The answer is none. So if you're unable to help others, then why are you expecting someone to come and help you? It's a common logic. So that is why we say in adage, if we don't do it, it's waiting for us. And those people that say, oh, when is Biafra is going to come? Biafra comes nowhere until you come and do your own path. So the longer I keep it, the longer our heading home prolongs. The same thing applies to those of obedient. It has done on all of you that Nigeria, no one can redeem Nigeria. It has done on every one of you that separation is the only solution. So we ask all of you to join on this phone call. This is one of the steps that will set us free. Let them release Mazi Iyke. Give us date for referendum. It's not by force. We must be married together. The only thing that is holding us is they are just using us and stealing the oil free of charge. The oil that in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa, but the diamond and gold they are digging in the north belongs to individual people. I can't remember California. One of it is over 200 something million. That's why they're killing themselves in the north for all these minerals. While the crude oil is the way the one that feed the whole nations. Then are we not stupid? The Igbo people or Biafran people are hesitant to ask. Do you see what you did to yourselves? It's not too late. If you wake up to them, that's good and fine. You join the rest. All of us will go and get this Biafra. We are not leaving anybody behind. Despite our mind, we can only focus for 15 minutes like a child. We have a 15 minutes focus. We have a child memory. I mean, the Biafran people, they cannot focus for more than 15 minutes. They start talking crap. So this time around, IPOB is here to teach them and to tell them to focus and remain focused and consistency day in, day out. If we participate with our heart and give this phone call and tweeting campaign that is running for 3 weeks till 11th of May, believe you me, we shall achieve a greater result. But if we do not do nothing, we remain where we are and we have ourselves to blame. On this note, what is happening, the killing in our land is still going on. Burning of our villages. The other day I saw the video of a woman that born in Ihel axis. She's a crippled woman, poor woman. They went and burned his house completely on the ground. Elderly woman, she's crippled. Our house completely burned down. And they keep on killing us. Nobody's reporting it. We must continue to fight. At the end, we shall be victorious because our enemies are afraid to die. That is why they are sending their machineries to come and do the work. And we must remain strong. It doesn't matter how long it takes. But one thing I did know is we have come a long way. We have come a long way. What left is just few more steps. And Biafra will be here. On this note, I will hand over microphone to my colleague, Kanu, if you are here. Hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi Iyke, because we're here. Thank you for that wonderful opening speech. And would like to start by obviously introducing myself and thanking our audience. My name is Ekene, and I live here in Melbourne, Australia. I would like to thank all of you listening to our speech tonight, those of you participating from all different part of the world. You join us here every Wednesday. If you're a regular audience, welcome back to our program. You are joining us for the first time. It's great to have you, and we hope to share our thoughts with you. And we hope you find some of the stuff we are talking about applicable in your own situation, and be motivated to keep on fighting. I would like to thank Mazi Iyke for having us, hosting us again, and my colleagues. All right, Biafrans, it's very important, as Mazi Iyke has put it. What is it are you doing? In what ways are you making some effort to make sure that your country, our country, Biafra comes? Time has gone. That time and that era is past, when people can sit back and wish that somebody else, somewhere, gets the work done. It's come to a time when all of us must join together. All of us must work together to make sure that we restore our hope. There is not a work that one person alone or just a group of people can do. You might be listening to us at the moment, but you're probably not a member of IPOB. But even on your own individual commitment, what are you doing? But that's the key. You see, when we go around talking about human rights abuse or abuses, violations of human rights in Nigeria, and in particular how this is being perpetuated by the same government and government institutions and state apparatus that are built to protect us. The fact that they are spearheading human rights violation in a democratic setting, it gives a different perspective to the struggle we are championing. So that also gives you an opportunity to speak up ways you can, wherever you are, about the situation of your people, our people back home. Today, I had a very wonderful a group of us, representatives from IPOB Australia, from particularly from our zone here in Victoria. We had a very wonderful, proactive, productive encounter today with an federal member MP, uh, uh, that represents our state on the federal seat. And the conversation obviously was on the struggle that we're conducting. And while we had this amazing moment in the very, uh, uh, I would say, productive, something stood out to me. And that's the fact that that work is not to just listen, just tune in, or just go on the Facebook and lament, or to just watch people on Facebook or social platforms. It is about doing something ourselves, linking up with the. Hello? Hello?
I think something is.
There is a noise coming background. Peter Syke, are you there? Go ahead. I think it has stopped because it's coming from Peter Syke.
No, it's coming back. It's still making that. It's repeat. Mazi, can you please message him on his personal number?
Yeah, I think it stopped. All right. My apologies to our audience for that moment of interruption. So, what I was saying is there is a need to not just um, be confined, it provides. That's necessary for our struggle, but that has its own limit. There comes a time we should go beyond that. And in fact, we are not going to make any impressive um, achievement in the direction of uh, getting the world to respond to our struggle and in a way that would allow us, empower us to achieve self-determination. If all we do is just on social media, of course, that's not all we do. And of course, we should do more than just uh, social media stuff. We should go, and this applies to those of us living outside Nigeria. We should try, make much effort to link up with other communities, network, to network with other communities, some of whom have gone through what we are passing through at the moment, but also even link up with government officials, representatives like MPs or senators or councils, as the case may be. We need to sell our issue. We need to market our issue. And by that, I mean, we need to get these people to know what we are talking about. I encourage those of us living in the Western society where you can pick up a phone and call your government representative and book an appointment and go and meet her or him on an individual level, or take someone with you from your zone, from your family. Go there and cry about human rights abuse of your people. Go there and hold your MPs, challenge them, hold them accountable, get them to work for you because you voted them in power. Go there and let them know that issues of human rights, consistent human rights abuse in Nigeria, in Biafra, is having huge reflection, huge impact on you as an individual living in that country, and even on your family, if you got a family. Take it personal, make Biafra a personal issue. Cancel work if you have to. So the problem is not that the persecution we've been going through persists. Where the problem lies is our receptivity. We've placed ourselves in such a way that we receive everything. The persecution, we soak it. We are like foam, bunch of foams. We soak in our persecution, and this is having no doubt great trauma on us. But the way out is not to continue soaking up. The way out is to squeeze out, is to go and meet the right people that would be able to take our message and run with it. That's all the level we want everybody on individual level. That is the next level we want to go. So it's an appeal tonight. It's an encouragement. It is something we're already doing here. Not saying we're doing it perfectly well yet. It's something we have to continue to work towards even advancing in this whole area. Because you don't get self-determination by just staying on Facebook and talking about, hey, Nnamdi, oh, hey, our director, oh, hey, man. That's good. You're creating an awareness, but who are your audience? Your audience are the same, your people. So you're talking to your people about the problem of that your people that you're talking to are passing through. So you are making a kind of circular movement. You're going around the circle. You come back to the same point, you go again. You see, that's self-destructive. That's self-defeating. It defeats the whole aim of trying to bring our plight to the obviously to the consciousness of the UN, of the international community. A lot of what we're doing have strong political aspect. Self-determination that we are seeking for is a political cause. And so go to your political representative, go to your governors, go to your council, local PMPs, state MPs, federal MPs, wherever the case may be. Chat them on individual levels. Organize, gather all these forms. You are sharing all these images you're sharing on Facebook and you get blocked sometimes. How about to gather them together? Collect all these documents at your reach. If you don't have enough, you don't have relevant material. How about call your zonal coordinator or your state coordinator or even your national coordinator. Say, we need information, we need data, we need statistics, we need documents to forward. I need this to forward to my MP. So we have a lot of work to do. A lot of work individually and collectively. And we have to come off this whole mentality that the DOS, they should do it. They should know they should do this. They should have done it. Oh, well, if they had done it this way, it wouldn't have happened that way. Well, all this blame game doesn't help nobody because the DOS are laboring day and night. And you know what? The way you are so busy that you don't have time. And you're hoping someone does it. That's the same way everyone is busy. Actually, nobody, you're gonna create time for IPOB. You're gonna create time for Biafra. I won't listen to him but you don't have time to come out of the rain. Now sometimes you're crying. Yet you're not making any effort because you're so busy They can't even come out of the rest. Then why complain? If you think you are cleaners, they're doing all that, and of course they do. The human rights abuse going on in our land. Nigeria is a signatory to the United Nations, under United, and is bound by United Nations Charter on Human Rights and other ones as a state, as a democratic state. Why don't you take that advantage and run? Why don't us champion this cause? I think that's what I want to really wrap up tonight. Renewing in us the zeal for Biafra. Get that zeal in you renewed. And if you don't have one, get one. Because we need zeal to do this. But it's not just zeal without reason. There is a zeal that is guided by reason. Because most of the moves we need to be making, they are highly diplomatic. They are fundamentally political. And they don't just operate on the basis of emotions. We operate on the basis of principles of international law. And that principle, you need to understand what that is. What that means, basically, that you have the right to stand up in a democratic setting, in a state that is a signatory to the United Nations Charter on Human Rights. You have the right to campaign for your freedom, to speak up, freedom of expression. In other words, that state called Nigeria is under international obligation to protect your rights, and when violations occurs, to make amendment for those, to make sure that you get justice, that your life are protected, that your rights are not tampered with. But the same country that is trusted with this fundamental obligation under international law is responsible for the violation of your rights, for the persecution that you are passing through, for the mayhem that your people are suffering from. Therefore, this calls for you, for us, wherever we are, not just to lash out on a social media that only you and your family read, probably, but to go through the proper way, as Mazi Iyke said. Twitter is more formal than than Facebook. The statements you make on Twitter are being taken, serious, more serious. They are more. They generally give you more serious attention than those you make on Facebook, other social media platforms such as Facebook, TikTok. Do you have a Twitter account? Is it functional? All of us have to reconsider all this, because this is where our power lies. We are not a state. And so we do not have access to armed nations and all that. And we don't have, some of the things Nigeria has. We are a persecuted indigenous people. As indigenous people, we are doing all we can to be free. But if all we do is to hope that someone gets something done, gets the job done, then nothing will ever happen. Because everyone hopes that everyone gets something done, and no one gets something eventually done. And so my call tonight is to add to what Mazi Iyke has said to all of us, and this applies to myself, to everybody listening to us, whichever country you live in, take the advantage that presents you. Not just advantage to get a job, not just job opportunities, not just opportunity for a better life, a greener pasture. I was speaking to somebody an hour ago, and I told this person, seek for what you can do for Biafra. That you're fighting to retain yourself in a country other people have sacrificed lost their life building. Try to build your own country so that white people can come to your country. So that Westerners that we all run into, looking for opportunity to stay there, they can one day say, can I get passport of Biafra to travel to Biafra? There's nothing pride about living in Western country. And I'm one. I'm living in Western country. I am not proud of it. It's not something I intend doing. It is not something I ordinarily would have chosen, if not because some of the things, the same things we all experience, the human rights violation, the abuse, lack of opportunity, and all of other things that we all pass through. But shouldn't that fire us up towards the direction of working towards restoring our own home country, our homeland, Biafra? And also attract other nations to come. And here, I will encourage us to continue going, continue working with the list of our leader, campaign through Twitter so that the important people who can do something, will see our message and they will help. Approach your local MPs, your state MPs, your councils, whichever person might have some sort of connection, political power to assist us. Reach out to that person and something will start happening. To continue. Azuche, are you there?
Yes, I'm here,
I think
Mazi.
there's
Thank you
somebody. You guys should mute your phones when somebody's talking. When you want to get back, then you unmute your phone, because this noise is coming from somebody's phone that is not muted. Please go ahead, sir.
Mazi Silas, please. Can you mute for the moment? Thank you. Thanks, Biafrans, and thanks, lovers of freedom and the people of the beautiful land of Biafra. Omo Chineke, thank you very much. And also to my colleagues that are here tonight on this special broadcast. We thank you very much for making our time to come out this night to talk to Biafrans in our homeland, the land of our fathers, our motherland. Thank you, Mazi Iyke Peters, for also giving us the podium, the opportunity to come on Radio Biafra tonight. And tonight I wouldn't waste much of our time because this is what we do every Wednesday. And sometimes when you're going to school, you study for a while and then you do a revision. That's a recap of all the things you've learned. I want to talk to our people tonight and asking these silent questions. Number one question is, in the past 2 years, what have you learned? You need to ask yourself that question and say, this is what I've learned in the past 2 years. Another thing is, how do you relate that to your future? What you've learned in the last 2 years, how do you relate that to your future? The place you are today, is it where you are supposed to be, or is it where you're not supposed to be? And what are the things that have happened in the last 2 years? Are they taking you to a better place? Have you made decisions that will take you to a better place, or are you still ruining your losses? Yesterday I was talking to um, a cousin, and he said to me, he told me that one of our friends left Nigeria, and he's in the UK right now. And I said to him, just watch out. When we talk, he thinks we is just because we are living in diaspora. That's why we cajole and criticize Nigeria. I said to him, in the next 2 years, he's gonna come guns blazing at Nigeria. And he said to me, he's been there for 7 days, and he's already complaining. He's already seeing why Nigeria shouldn't exist. Just 7 days outside Nigeria. So, what happened? What is the difference? Because he has gone out of the darkness, he has gone to a place that he realizes that his career, this is someone that graduated in engineering, and he's doing nothing whatsoever as regards engineering. And then in a couple of years, I think he's been a graduate for getting to 20 years now, and he's doing nothing. And at this age, he's leaving Nigeria to go to overseas. Now, in 7 days, he's already understanding what we've been saying for so long a time. So, you that is listening to me today, why are you still believing that Nigeria will work? Can you tell me, out of 10 people you know, one person that has succeeded righteously in Nigeria without doing evil? And then, if you can answer that question honestly, sincerely, and then in all sincerity, that is when we will start to know why we are doing this battle. We are no longer doing it for ourselves. We've been set free from that shackle, just like the friend I'm talking about was just delivered 1 week ago from that shackle. But we are doing it so that the people who do not have that opportunity, there are millions of people who cannot have the opportunity to leave the shores of Nigeria, so that they can have life, so that they can graduate and have a good life, so that they would have a future. This is why we keep hitting this. This is why we keep doing this. So ask yourself the question tonight and answer yourself that question in all sincerity. The question should be, what have I learned in the past 2 years? What have I not done right? And what are the actions that I need to take in order to succeed, to create a future for me, for myself? And I wouldn't give you the answer. Most of us asked ourselves that question. That is why we joined up on this struggle a long time ago. That is why we led a different life. And the time you personally ask yourself this question and answer it, that is when you get direction for the course of action you're going to take. This is what I want to say tonight. Another area is, like my colleague said, about the involvement, the concept action, in concordance for all people, wherever you are, in diaspora, whatever country you are, you need to start making arrangements, meeting with the people that matter. This world is not governed on social media. Social media is just 50% of it for people who do not matter. One meeting you go to, one person that matters, is more than 50 posts on Facebook, 1,000 shares on Facebook, 1,000 likes on Facebook. They do not generate any effect. They do not generate any result. But when you talk to people that matter, when you present this our organization, this would make people that matter to talk about our struggle. Because believe you me, most of them have experienced what we are experiencing today. Most of them are appalled because they are elderly. They've heard the story of Nigeria. They've heard the story of Biafra. And they are still appalled that it is still happening today. They learned all of this as kids, as little children. And today they still look around, look about, and they're still hearing the same story. And they'll go, "Oh, is that still happening? Are you serious?" So, the more we go about making our problems known to the right people, the more we are moving nearer to our destination. If we sit still, nobody's gonna do that job for us. It is our duty to work hard and bring the result that we want. If we fold our hands and say, "Oh, God will take care of it," tell you that in the next 20 generations to come, God will still be looking, and 20 generations will pass and we will not have our freedom. But if we start today to walk towards our freedom, then we will ride on the wave of the struggle, on the wave of the success of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on the wave of the success of IPOB, and we will cause a tsunami that will change the course of action. This is why all of us need to be involved and to do the right thing. Talk to the offices that matter in IPOB. Get directions. Look out to countries that are doing it well. You can look up to IPOB Australia. IPOB Australia is having a meeting with the government. People, we are making moves in all areas. We are getting involved in the community. The community knows us. We have our regalia. We wear our clothes when we go out. The people know us. We provide charity services. These are the things you need to do in the Western world to garner support. And no one is going to come and do this for you. You have to do it as IPOB member. And if you need support on how to go about this, talk to your continental rep and they will direct you on how to go about it. IPOB is not meeting Omonna. People think that in IPOB we do meeting Omonna. No, we are not doing meeting Omonna. We are not talking about kinship. We are not talking about kinsmen. We are talking about government, generational transfer of freedom, a freedom for all of the people that come from a place. So, what we talk about is more elaborate than you think. So, if you are bringing down, "Oh, we just go to meeting and we talk about how to pay you. Oh, I've paid my dues. That is all." Then you are not a part of this struggle. We need to work together. If we are putting letter in Australia, if we are meeting members of parliament in Australia, we need people in all other countries to be doing same. So when they ask you question, oh, you can say, "Oh, they've done it in Australia. Oh, they've done it in Canada." And these people, they talk to their foreign policy, their foreign government, and they get these reports. So we don't want to rest our oars. To rest on our oars, we need to keep paddling. We need to keep paddling until we get to the right place. So please, for the people that are still home, we thank you for holding the fort. Do not be discouraged, because we are fighting the battle from this angle as well. We are making the moves. We are doing we are taking the right action, and our results speak for us. The results, it speaks for us. We are putting in the work. If we are not putting in the work here in diaspora, they will kill you and even kill us today. Imagine if we were not putting in the work. The IEP report that we had a few weeks ago, they wouldn't have come back to rescind on that. But this is what we are saying. If we put in the work and you are not holding the fort, then something will be missing. And if you're working and we are not working from this angle, then people will be killed and massacred in Nigeria for nothing. So I am saying this tonight to every person, to every lover of freedom, to every person that understands freedom. We cannot rest until we get to our place. We cannot be tired in this. We have taken this upon ourselves, and we must see to the positive end of it, that we restore our nation, that we bring freedom, total freedom to our people. And when that freedom comes, when we realize that freedom, then we can work to establish the dreams, the aspirations of our forebears, to bring back the land, the holy land of Biafra. This is all I have to say tonight. Thank you, Mazi, for the opportunity. Thank you very much.
I would
Yeah.
like to thank you for really again stressing on the commitment, individual commitment. It's very important. Understanding that what we're doing is not isolated. It is something that has to, that requires systematic operation, planned, organized operation, and that's the structure. This is what IPOB structure is all about. Taking advantage of it gives us a framework, like the Lego framework, a guiding principle, a light to shine on the path we walk as far as the struggle for self-determination of Biafra is in question. So thank you for really dwelling on that a little bit. I would like to invite Mazi Silas to please make his contribution now. Mazi, over to you.
Thank you very much. Am I coming out clear?
Very clear, Mazi.
Thank you so much. And I would like to stand on the existing protocols and continue with the topic of commitment. Commitment is the soul of any business. Once you are committed to a business, you commit your strength, energy, and time, and out of your work comes the dividends. So it is very important that we are committed. I will expand it a little bit by including the word unity, unity of purpose and joint vision. I will center my discussions on this with commitment, the underlying platform. The reason we are still loud and clear, the reason we are still beckoning on all Biafrans to come together, work with us, commit, and deliver the job is because we need that critical strength. We need that continuity, and we need that commitment. It's not about stressing or going back to what my colleagues have said initially. If you are busy sharing information on Facebook, if you are busy discussing our plight without any action, you are just crying. You are just crying in our local or within your network. Only very few people will hear your voice. And that's about it. But if you then ask yourself, I have seen people being kidnapped at Okigwe. I have seen the soldiers go to Uguta and kill people. I have seen what happened at Mo. We all witnessed the Python dance. We all saw how those who believed, our brothers who still are confused or are still at a crossroad, who believe in one Nigeria, we can see the treatments they're still having. We can see the number of military and police checkpoints that start from Benin all the way to our boundary at Port Harcourt and down to Port Harcourt, because they know Igbos live up to those areas, and how they treat us, well dressed, innocent, law abiding Biafrans traveling within their ancestral domain. I'll put it that way. You get out of the car, they will slap you, they will ask you to move, they will, humiliate you, they will dehumanize you. In some cases, they will shoot at sight without any reason. Nowhere in this world are police officers made the police, the judge, and also executioner. And for what? But this is what our people are going through every day. And what we are saying is, it's not enough to put a sad face on a Facebook post where some inhuman treatment have been given to someone. It is not good enough. It is a reaction, but it's a reaction that have been happening for years now. People on their individual basis should commit to doing something important, and some of us have taken it upon ourselves to do something about it, not just something to reverse the situation, and not just to reverse it, but to bring about an independent state of Biafra, where we can then experience life the way it should be and live as as our Creator have wished us, or as we can aspire to. There is a lot of job to be done. In fact, we are moving very slow. We are moving very slow when in relation to our number, in relation to our intelligence, in relation to the strength our people have. We are moving very slow. And why is that? A lot of people haven't shown enough commitment. When more people are committed, the will, that heavy load, will be pushed down or moved from one spot to another. We would have reached a milestone that would be both inspiring and commendable, that would also attract more people to join the movement. This advice is also to me and to every other existing member and those who are still about to cross the intersection of confusion, those who still believe in one Nigeria. It will not. Nigeria will never, never wake up from its slumber or wake up from its ashes. It will never. If you doubt, you look at those who were selected to run, to take Nigeria on. In a way, it's a blessing. I remember Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to say that. It is just before Buhari got it. He said it's okay. They would expose the policies of Nigeria more to the international community, and that would then hasten the breakup of Nigeria. That will wake up a lot of more people, and they would realize what is happening. I don't trust any Nigerian system. Any Nigerian system I don't trust, including the judiciary, for not releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for sitting there quietly and watching lots of IPOB members killed in detention, killed on the road, and every other in that space called Nigeria. For the judiciary to watch and wait for matters to be brought on their table, I don't like them. I'm saying this because in Pakistan, know you that Pakistan is not a very democratically advanced country. There was a time the judiciary were not happy with what the government is doing, and they stopped work. And that arm of the government went stalled completely, because injustice to anyone is injustice to all. And if those who call themselves learned people, who would have learned about justice, discipline, separation of power, and all that, cannot even talk, only very few of them are able to voice out, and even in their commentaries or vocal input in the Nigerian discourse, they still fall short. They are restricted because of the environment and what they have seen and what they think they can do. And equally, I would accept, because of the dangers the Nigerian military and the executive arm poses on them. So, back on the unity of purpose, we need all Biafrans to unite under IPOB. Why do I mention IPOB? They are the people with the clear and concise purpose. Our vision is simple. We want to remove ourselves from Nigeria, create a state or reinstate the state of Biafra, and make it independent, a sovereign, independent state of Biafra, where we can develop in agriculture, in engineering, in physics, in health, and all that, and live as we want, live according to the values of our land. I was reminiscing this afternoon, and I said to myself, the same way as we know now that life exists on earth, that is the way Biafrans exist in that our ancestral area. Why? You don't go to Mars and find life because it's too cold, it's frozen. It is only here on earth, as far as we know, that all the conditions of life exist. And that is why life is here. Life is not on every part of this globe. If you go to the Antarctica, there wasn't anyone there, except now that man have developed the ability to manage the weather by clothing and putting other infrastructures there. Otherwise, there are places that are inhabitable. So if you bring it down to us, we Biafrans, we were made out of the environment we lived. And that environment have developed organically for thousands of years. The values we stand with, that justice that we are known for, that industriousness, the strength and the exuberance our young people show is who we are. And we should make sure that that land remains our God-given place. We are the only people that haven't moved from somewhere to another to be where we are, as we know. We haven't gone to war to kill other people. We are peace loving. If you look at all the characteristics around the world, wherever we go, we exhibit humility, hard work, innovative instincts, successful endeavors. That's where we go. That's who we are. And that is why we have even survived in other areas where others couldn't survive. Why don't we preserve that area for ourselves? That is what we are talking in IPOB. And that is what we have to achieve. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that Biafra is restored. Now, I will use examples to show why unity of purpose and joint vision in combination or combining it with our soft power. What do I mean by soft power? We have Biafrans all over the world. And because we are all over the world, we don't need to send Biafrans from Biafra land to all these parts of the world to prove our case, as Mazi Iyke explained. We are everywhere, and we need to use that advantage. That advantage actually cancels all the diplomatic efforts Nigerian government will be making against us, and it has worked. So why don't we amplify that? Why don't we visit more of those in charge in places where we live? We visit them with, professionally and humbly explain what we are looking for. We may need to do this 50 times before somebody picks it up and runs with it. We successfully, under another forum, got a black American MP to take our case on. During the last 2022 Remembrance Day, we got some other Americans who are willing to work for us. So the message is getting out, but not enough. We need to move fast. The world is equally moving fast. If you look at what is happening internationally, the bipolar system that is about to happen, the rearrangement of monetary systems around the world, we as a people, we as the Biafran nation, even though we are stateless at the moment, but we are still a nation. We are joined by our values and our language. We are joined by the way we are and the sufferings we have witnessed in that place called Nigeria. So why don't we use our soft power? First of all, embrace unity. See what IPOB is doing as the only way we can rescue our people, the only way we can provide peace for our people, the only way we can maintain our pedigree for the next or generations to come. So we need to first of all find that understanding and unity with IPOB and join IPOB group. If you're already in it, then step up to the purpose. Our purpose is to restore Biafra. And where we are now, we are taking that message, taking that vision to all the MPs around the world. And when we get them excited to the level of understanding what is happening, there will be a joint. They will have that vision. They will start. Some of them will run with it. Some of them will know about it, but some of them would want it to happen, and it will become a very common information everywhere. And that would soften the hearts of some of the pharaohs that are holding the strings, and that would make our job easy. This is what we are saying, and this is what we have to do. If you look at Israel, I'm trying to refer to the soft power I mentioned. Before Israel was, reinstated back in Israel, where they are now, it was made possible by their diaspora citizens around the world. Those who are studying at the uni, those who are lecturers, they held meetings like we are doing. They planned and executed and defended Israel till today. So our job, we are still at the base, at the foot of the mountain that we're about to climb, and we're asking our people to come together at this foot of the mountain so that we can all work together in unison. And that's the unity of purpose. We work together in unison, we carry everybody along, and we climb the mountain and get to wherever the destination is. And that destination is not in question. It is full restoration of Biafra. So it is important for us to increase our commitment, find that understanding so that you can unite with IPOB and be part of and do some work. I will use a big example. Whenever NATO wants to take an action or go on any military mission, they first of all go and work up their allies and get them into one agreement, get them into one unity, one purpose, one vision, and then they form the critical strength they need to uphold their task, to achieve whatever they want to do. And that is what we need to do. If you are a Biafran by birth or by marriage or by inclination, if you are a Biafran by the fact that you love freedom, support IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under the supervision and advice of DOS. Join a family, be part of that family, be active in that family. There must be something you can do apart from putting your name down, paying your dues. That is a mere membership. A lot of work needs to be done. And I thank our host, I thank our audience, I thank our creator, Chukwu Kiabiama. I pray on behalf of all Biafrans under incarceration by the Nigerian government. I also pray especially for our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May our God of creation, the Almighty God, protect you and keep you away from all the adverse situation you might be facing there and strengthen you. I conclude by saying, let us find in our heart, let us reset our mind to be very active and show higher commitment. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mazi. And so very powerful and encouraging. And that's what we're on about tonight. So encourage all of us to continue doing what is actively helping us to achieve Biafra. That I will run to Mazi. Mazi Iyke, if you can now, please pick up your microphone and make your contribution tonight, Mazi. Mazi Iyke, please. Mazi Iyke, are you there? All right, I think Mazi cannot join us tonight. I think that will be it tonight. We'd like to thank our audience once again for always joining us Wednesday nights to reflect on the struggle we're coordinating and conducting, bringing the international perspective. Obviously, living in different countries offers us a wonderful opportunity to push our struggle ahead. But it is one thing to be offered an opportunity. It is another thing to utilize that opportunity, because some opportunities come as privilege. Some are momentary. They do not last. So it's all about being intentionally engaged and committed to the struggle and looking for ways to advance the struggle. Knowing that it is not something one person alone can do. Knowing that it's not something only the people in the leadership can do. You become a leader. That's so you become a leader in your own context, leading the struggle, taking it to nook and cranny, within your own jurisdiction, within your own powers, within your own environment. Use it to campaign for Biafra. Take your campaign to the platforms that would yield greater results than just social media. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight, and we expect to see you again back here, same time on Wednesday next week. I'd like to hand over now to Mazi Iyke, and thank you, Mazi, for having us.
All right, thank you so much for being on the program. This is Radio Biafra USA 2, What we want to do right now is open up the lines for you to make your calls if you have anything to say. Our listeners out there, and anybody who wants to comment on what our brothers have said tonight is very, very free to come into the program. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. And make sure that if you've made your calls, please let us know what they told you at the call, the time you made the calls. Stay tuned, don't go away. This is Radio Biafra USA 2.
ezinụlọ bụrụ nnukwu ibu n'ụwa niile gburugburu bụ IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, nke Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị nso bụ onye isi ya, ji ohere a na-arịọ ụmụ Igbo tinyere ụmụ Biafra niile bi na mpaghara Lagos, Ugwu Awụsa, Abuja ka ha jisike buru akụ na ụba ha lewe anya ụzọ ụlọ, maka na tọnda ahụ na-agba n'ọkọchị na udu mmiri ọ ga-adị aṅa. Ọ na-abụ ọsọ chụwa mmadụ na ụmụnna ya, ya agbalaga ụmụnne ya, ọ chụwakwana ya na mba, ya agbalata ebe ya Igbo.
All right, I have a call coming in. Let me take this one. Anybody that wants to call can just come in and call. Don't mind what's airing. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Iyke.
Mazi Peters. Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon from here.
There we
Mazi, are you hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear, sir. Go ahead. The world is listening.
Okay, my beloved brother. Good afternoon from here. May Chukwuka bless you as you continue to do this work, which you have done before, even at the end of Biafra's and Nigeria's civil war. You still in this age keep on fighting for the freedom of your own people. And we don't know how to, thank you enough for dedicating yourself to educate our people what we should do in this critical time that we have. And our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience. The zoo appeal court have discharged him and acquitted him, but the zoological Fulani government are still holding him captive, despite he has been set free, because we believe he that is set free is free indeed. So it doesn't matter what they do, our leader must be released unconditionally, just as the law have said. Mazi Peters, my name is Mazi Iyke. I'm calling from Austria, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as IPOB Austria National PRO. Mazi, we heard what all our brothers said this afternoon from here, but please allow me to make this important announcement. Please, can I go on, my brother?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, IPOB Austria is inviting us, the family of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Austria, inviting us once again for ESN fundraising that is going to take place on 29th of April 2023. And the time of this ESN fundraising is 6 p.m. Biafra time. And we know what the ESN has been fighting to make sure that our mothers and fathers will continue to go to our farms to cultivate. If not because of ESN, by now we wouldn't have known what we're going to be the plight of our people. But we thank God that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set up this ESN to checkmate these Fulani terrorists that came to our land to kill and maim our people. We must keep on supporting them. This is why IPOB Austria is calling us once again to please to join us all over the world, anywhere you are. Join us in this ESN fundraising that is going to take place in 29th of April 2023. I repeat again, the time is 6 p.m. Biafran time and the venue is Zoom Media Chat. Please, if you have a pen, you can write down the Zoom ID. The Zoom ID is 879318448 I repeat, the Zoom ID is 879 318 44890, and the passcode is MNK. That means Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in capital letter MNK. The passcode Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the guest of honor on that particular day is our beloved brother Mazi Austin Abanyim, IPOB European representative, is going to be the guest of honor on that day. And Mazi Chijoke Ume, IPOB Vienna Zonal Coordinator, is going to be part of the moderator. And the moderator also is going to be Mazi Obinna Metusela Nwa Mesiterek. Please, we are calling everybody to join us on this 29th as we continue to raise funds for ESN for the great job they are doing for our people. Please, you can contact this number if you want to call us anywhere you are all over the world, +43 660 9568 905 or +43 660 964 7511. You can contact us on this number on that particular day as you join us. May Chukwuka bless you and your family. And last thing, we are having our first protest here in Austria on 1st of May. IPOB Austrian family is inviting all of us of freedom, those of us that love our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that want his release. We are calling you to join us on 1st of May, which is going to be on Monday next week. Please join us as we are going to protest here in Austria to let the Austrian government know that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still held in captivity despite the zoo appeal court have discharged him and acquitted him. We want to let the government of Austria to know that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed a crime and he has to be released. Please, on that 1st of May, this protest is going to be in Linz, Austria. Linz, Austria. Our national coordinator Mazi Iyke is also asking every coordinator here in Austria to make sure we educate our people the reason why we must come to this protest on 1st of May in Linz, Austria, is for the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also the referendum of Biafran people. And the time is 8 p.m. in the morning. Those of us that are coming from other states, when you stop in train station in Linz, where we are gathering is Volksgarten. It's not just about 50 meters from train station. Most of us that have been coming to this protest, we know where we gather. But if you're a new person, please, when you come down from train station, make a call or ask anybody where is Volksgarten. They will direct you. It's not far from train station. We must continue to educate our people and educate the foreign organizations that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the hands of the enemy and he has committed no crime. Please, that should be on Monday, 1st of May 2023. Let's come together and march for the freedom of Biafran people. And this announcement is coming from our national coordinator, Mazi Nnamdi Onwumere. Mazi Iyke, thank you for giving me the opportunity to announce the important announcement so that we will continue to do the needful until Biafra is being restored.
Thank you.
The Chukwuka will continue to bless you and give you the strength, you and your family, as you keep on doing the needful. Thank you, my beloved brother from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. Excuse me, the lines are still open for you at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. Make a call if you have anything to tell us. Please do so right now because I'll be off in the next 15 minutes. This program will be over. For today, Australians were here, so if you have anything to say, you have time to make your call right now if you can.
Echere gbuo mmadụ abụkwaghị echiche otu ụbọchị, ọ bụkwa na onye dị ndụ na-asị thank you Jesus. Ka ọ dịghị n'uche na o meghị n'izu ya eme n'ọnwa. Unu biko buru isi unu, ahịa unu, lọtawa ala Biafra. Ala anyị sara mbara, nwee ihe niile zuru oke eji abụ oke mba. Ọ bụrụ na nyenweghị ala, ọchịnna ma ha agaghị achọnwa ala maka arụgebe niile. Nwanne, ịhụbeghị ebe onye international market, Calabar Free Trade Zone, Akwa Ibom Showpiece, Enugu New Design Market, Igwe Ọcha, Anambra, Aba New Master Plan, Eko Ụtụtụ Market. Aga m akpọkọ n'ole ghara ibe ya. Unu anwụrịla onwe unu maka na ife ụzọ bịa mara ụzọ. Were n'ohere a, unu che n'ụwa agwụla, mara ihe Chukwu Okike jiri chọọ anyị mma. Mgbe ahụ ka anya gị ga-emepe dịka blind Bartimaeus. Ị na-edighị iwuchi swamp n'ala Biafra tutu gị ọrụ ihe ọbụla, maka na ihe anyị bụ a na-agwọ ọ na-ere. Unu chọgodo iri ihe ọbụla n'akụkụ mmiri ọbụla dị n'ala Biafra, Imo River, azụ Blue River, Ugwuta Lake, Ibeno Beach, Orumba Waterfalls, Ogbunike Caves, Ebonyi Salt River na ebe ndị ọzọ. Unu enweghị nsogbu, lọta n'ụlọ, maka na kụrụ ụlọ amara onye kpara ya. Investment unu ga-abụ the kingdom come. Ala Biafra brother will be done. Iji gwa gị n'ọzụwala, ahịa Nnamdi na Lọkpanta ga-abụzi ebe a ga-arụ ultra modern 21st century complex. Ugbu a anyị gwara onye sikwanụ na anyị agaghị abịa maọbụ na anyị agaghị alọta. Ebe Anambra ga-abụ ebe a ga-ewu ahịa bụ ọkaibe na mba Afrịka maka akụrụngwa ngwa ihe ọgba dị iche iche na ihe ndị ọzọ nke a na-akpọ auto spare parts market. Ụkwa amịala n'onye ateta nụnụ, ọ bụ m si eze mụọ m. Ụkwa amịala onye ateta na ụmụnne anyị ha ndị nọ na mba ofesi. Biko akụkwala flawa n'ala ndị ọzọ. Nke anyị bụ nke anyị, nke ha bụ nke ha. Naanị na Biafra land ka obi ga-abụ a man, ada bụrụ a woman. In fact, ọtụtụ ndị ebidila ihe na-egbughị oge. Bịa soro ụmụnna gị mara nzu gị ajịkwana so nothing mega. Otu a aha abụ Eko ji n'ala ka zoo ka ị ga-esi laa ka tọrọ. Naanị mee ngwa ngwa lahe mpekata. Cheta na onye ji igu ka ewu na-eso. Were Nnewi dịka ihe ọmụmaatụ na ihe nlereanya. Ụmụ Igbo, ụmụ Biafra, ka anyị laa n'ube anyị. Onye asị ya ga-emezi ebe ya abụkwana ihe ọjọọ. Ala Biafra makakwanụnụ. Ọ bụ anyị si eze mụọ anyị. Leenụ Enugu, Anambra, Delta, Ebonyi, Imo, Abia, Igwe Ọcha, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, Cross River. Heo Chineke lee, ọ ga-agụ mma Mbeze. Ọ bụkwa na ọ ga-agụ mma Mbeze kama a ga-abụ Mmeze. Ọ bụ ndị indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, wetara unu ozi ya. Ala Biafra amaka.
All the Mala Biafra Maka, we're still waiting for you to make a call. If you have anything to say, 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984-929-406-9953. It's still taking your calls anytime you're ready to tell us, make your call.
Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, under the leadership of Mazi Iyke, they pass this message to all Biafran who they live for North, West, Central, part of the British company called Nigeria, that the time to think and look homeward with immediate double quick match. Now, just package yourself, family and business with alacrity and handle it to Biafra land. All this killy destruction of our businesses, livelihood and so on, to the extent of having a new national anthem titled "Go Back to Your Place," without condemnation from any quarters, may be in vain. My people, now test run of their plan and agenda. Every Biafran and the wider zoo must take home now, because if it will happen for Sabado, it will happen for Domingo. If they chase you out of that British company called Nigeria, no, just worry, we never reject you and we know they reject our own. This in a case now welcome development, as our hands they wide open to receive and welcome una with good heart. In fact, your visit to Ebonyi International Market, Enugu, Owerri, Igwe Ọcha, Delta, Calabar, Akwa Ibom, Abia, Anambra, etc. go make you do now for the things we go see there for this course with immediate effect without any sacrament. IPOB don't stamp Lọkpanta Cattle Market for the building of ultra modern 21st century trade fair complex. No question about that. Therefore, all cow and oche cow must vindicate from Lọkpanta completely without looking back, while auto spare parts all located in Lagos must relocate to Anambra State. My people, but to see a movie for the thing we they look for Bermuda Triangle, they are for Washi River. Biafra land is well blessed and and very loaded for anything, just name it. Therefore, IPOB they appeal to both Biafrans and diaspora to think home and use the opportunity to invest and explore the beauty of our ancestral land, including the hidden beaches, blue rivers, parks, ranches, lakes, caves, as you romance with friendly nature with fresh tattoos to make your life jolly and your body go do poko. Biafra, land of investment, inventors, agriculture and opportunities. If you know the Biafra land, it no fit be in other land. Time to translate their ingenuity, expertise, talent into reality is now, for the dry bones are rising. As the sun rises, no man can cause. Whom Chukwokike Abiyama has blessed. Biafra, the land of opportunities. We are blessed beyond imagination. Let's build and develop our own. Biafra, my home. This message now from the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, under the leadership and command of Saint Mazi Iyke.
It's Radio Biafra USA 2. We keep on struggling. One day monkey go market, go do it, come back. We are here, we are Radio Biafra USA 2, broadcasting live from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader's name, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the prisoner of conscience. He's locked up for nothing. The own law have told them let him go, and they said they will not. But you know something, one day monkey will go market, will come back. So we are waiting patiently. We are Biafran people. One day they pay one Nigeria, all of them don't they quiet. Somebody said something to me yesterday. If they do this, I said, listen, Nigeria is such a funny place. A country that calls himself a country of 200 and plus million people. Their president died in 2017. Up till today, they are being run by an impostor, by somebody who is not their president. Proxy. They bring him on television, they do mago, and nobody's complaining. So you think that if you make a Tinubu president, you are going to complain? Forget about it. You killed them in what they call it, NSAS. Nobody said anything. Even when they proved, CNN, they all proved that they used live ammunition on these kids, and nobody said anything. So you think that by not making Peter be president, they are going to talk all of them, they fool themselves. Biafra is the only solution to all this problem. Go your way, Biafra, go your way, Arewa, go your way, and that's it. That's the only time when I go feel sit down. Make something out of your lives. Otherwise, you are fooling yourself. You're kidding yourself. If they do this will nothing will happen, because we are mixed up people, mixed up idiots that have no direction. We are a bunch of people put together by the British market. They know what they are doing. They know, divide them, rule them. Today, even the man from Ibuzo will tell you, I'm not Igbo. The man from Awashi will say, I'm not Igbo. The man is Igbo Binozo. They are not Igbo. Yes, that's the idea. They created it. And you know why? You know why they succeeded? They created it after creating it. They banned history. So you not go back and know what you were. Until Mazi Nnamdi came up, many of us, or many of them, not me, I wouldn't say us, I wouldn't add myself, because I knew this. I'm old enough to know. If I don't know, then I'm an idiot. I know. I was aware, politically aware, when I was even very young, when I didn't know nothing about politics or anything, but I saw all these things. I'm in the two worlds, the other world and this world. But most of you now were born after the war, you are in this world, you are not in the past war, and they took away your history, so you don't know yourself. You can't go back. You can't fall back. You don't know where you even come from. They tell Akwa Ibom man, oh, you are not Akwa Ibom man, of course, he has his language. When they say Igbo, they're talking about tribe. It's not only language. These are people that live in a particular area. It's just like saying the Jews. There's Hasidic, there are other ones, but they're all Jews. It doesn't matter. They make you believe that the man in Sokoto is your brother. They make the man in the so-called Niger Delta. They make an Ijo man, somebody from Ogoni. They tell you that, oh no, Igbo man is not your brother. Your brother is the man that is living in Zamfara. Not well. This is Radio Biafra. We keep talking, we are watching. The only thing I have said is that history is repeating itself. Jerusalem, do you know when they took it from the Jewish people? How many years it stayed in the hands of foreigners? Today they've taken back their land. And those people whose great grandfathers lived there say, hey, they've taken our land. It's not your land. That's exactly what is going to happen to you, the zoo. Watch it. Keep on dragging, pulling it backwards. In the end, one day somebody from Biafra land will go to Sokoto and tell you, this is my father's land, my father built this place. Somebody will go to Abuja and say, this is my home. There is nothing you're going to do about it. Keep on delaying the hands of time. You have the opportunity now to get up there and say, hey, let these people go, let us go, let the others go, let everybody stay apart. Then let us go back and sit down and talk about our life before the white man came in there and created these big markets. That is not working. It's a very simple thing. Stay tuned. I'll be here with you in the next 10-15 minutes. I'll be away. So you make your call. If you want to make any call, please do. The Australians were here earlier, and I'm giving this as a bonus time for you to make your calls. I'm not going to be here with you for a long time. Call up. Tell us your name if you're there. But meanwhile, let's just take
Nnamdi Biafra. Oge nwekwala ọzọ mgbe ndị Zulu ga-eji gụọ ọnụ ọgụgụ n'isi nke ha kpọrọ Census 2023. Unu ahụlanụ na ihe ahụ ejiri ree mbe ihe na-ekwesịghị ka ọ bụrụ ihe a zụrụ ya. Ha ebidokwala ya ọzọ. Anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụ Biafra, Ipob, Indigenous People of Biafra worldwide, n'okpuru onye ndu anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, na-eme ka ụmụ Biafra niile dọrọ aka na ntị na ngụgụ ọnụ nke isi n'isi akpọrọ Census 2023 ga-ebido n'obodo abụ Naijiria n'oge na-adịghị anya. Anyị ji ohere a na-agwa ụmụ Biafra niile ebe ọbụla ha nọ, ị nọ n'ala Yoruba, ị nọ n'ala Hausa, biko lọtawa. Dịka anyị na-esi eme ya n'oge Krismesi, onye ọbụla ala Lagos agba achako, ugwu Awụsa agba achako, ya dịka ebe agbara ọsọ abịala n'oge ahụ, ka anyị nwere otu a lọta ọbịa gụkọta isi anyị ọnụ ma kwana oke anyị ha, n'ihi na amara imere onye kpọrọ ga sipụrụ ọhịa. Anyị agaghị abụ chata eziga chọrọ ka anyị ihe n'ezi, ma ọ bụ tụrụ ka a ga-eji vuchi ivu, ọ dịghị ihe anyị ga-awụ ọtụ. Ebe ha kpọrọ gasị na Lagos, oru na elekshọn ha achụpụghị, oru na ihe ọbụla dị mma ha achụpụghị. Ọ bụ nke a ugbu a ka a ga-eji tinye n'ọgụgụ ha si na Lagos rukwara nke a, Abuja rukwara nke a, ugwu Awụsa rukwara nke a, na ha ka n'ọnụọgụgụ mba n'ọnụ. Ka anyị mụrụkwanụ na ihe lọtazie, ka agụkọta anyị ka mba ụwa mara na ndị a niile na-achọ Biafra n'ọnụọgụgụ ha erika karịa ihe ha che na ọ bụ oge anyị ga-eji were mara ihe. Oge sensus a biko, ọ dị anyị mkpa onye mara ihe unu ga-eme, n'ihi na igurube na-ekwu ekwu na-eripịa osisi. Ọ na-abụ anyụkọ mamịrị ọnụ ya agba ụfụfụ. Onye ọbụla emekwala anyị ụra na nke a, latawanụ, n'ihi na mba ụwa ga-eji amara ọnụọgụgụ anyị makwaranụ ndị na-achọ ya. Census 2023, oge anyị ga-eji degharịa ihe a British dere banyere ọnụọgụgụ anyị. Ekwekwala ka akọrọ gị akọ, emekwala anyị ụra na nke a, n'ihi na ọ dị anyị mkpa. Lọtawa, ịdị anyị mkpa isoro ụmụnna gị n'oge ngụkọ ọnụ a ka anyị mara oke anyị ha, ka ọ ga-abụ mgbe a ga-eke oke amara mmadụ ole a ga-ekenye oke. Nwanne, o ruola n'omume o, a sịkwala na anyị agwaghị. Census 2023, Nigerian Census 23, mgbe ụmụ Biafra ga-eji laa n'ala ha ka agụkọ ha ọnụ mara oke ha dị. Ebe onye bịara abịa na-adịghị egbu nkwụ ọkpụlọ, ọ bịara abịa ejideghị akụ flawa o. Ozi a ka anyị na-ezikara gị bụ nke si n'aka ndị Indigenous People of Biafra, Ipob, na-abịara unu ọnụrụ ka ala ibe.
Hey, census is coming. Oh, they are beginning to count. Census means you are in other places and they are pursuing you. Now in census, they want you to stay. Again, when they add your logo, we're going and listen to me, my brothers. If you're a Biafran in diaspora, anywhere you are, go to Biafra land and be counted there. We know why we are saying it as Ipob. We always say it before it happens. Don't say now, we did not tell you. You go to your homeland, Biafra land, and get counted. If you are anywhere in diaspora, whether you are Nigerian diaspora, what I mean when I say diaspora, I'm talking about Those of you living in Ugwu outside, those of you living in Lagos, those of you living in other parts of the zoo, go back to Biafra land and be counted during the census. Do not say we didn't tell you why, because we know why. That's why we need to get you counted. We want to know who owns the land.
Hear me. The great people of Biafra. The Zoo Nigerian falsifying figure called Census 2023 is around the corner. We, the indigenous people of Biafra, under the leadership of Saint Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, therefore they urge our people in Yoruba land, in Ugwu Hausa, and every other part of the zoo called Nigeria to return home and be counted in their homeland called Biafra. Since they no value us, since they hate us with passion, our numerical strength should not add any value to this their shenanigans census period in the west, north and central part of the zoo, but in Biafra land. Biafrans kindly return home for this 2023 census to be counted so that the world will witness and bear testament to the numerical strength of Biafrans fighting for freedom, as it is in the days of Christmas and New Year, when Lagos and other places in the wider zoo experience exodus because of Biafrans, with the street looking empty, being a shadow of itself and a ghost town. Let it happen this time around for the fraudulent 2023 census. Enough of adding value to the people who hate you with passion. Nigerian Census 2023, a time to change the British narrative about Biafrans. You must answer present in your ancestral homeland, Biafra. Distance is not a barrier. If the Northerners can exit Eastern region during the time of election en masse, we Biafrans can also do it better and exit the zoo and these territories in this time of census like a locust. Let us be counted in our land, for our number is more and greater than what they think. Imagine concocted or exaggerated. No time to play to the gallery. Nigerian Census 2023, a time for the world to know the true population of Biafrans. First fool no be fool, second fool na proper foolish. Biafrans always list home during this Census 2023. Be guided. This message is from the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, under the leadership of Saint Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, worldwide. Ipob.
Another one from Top Prince Cakes and Sambe Aka Jofo Aka is a boy yo Aka Jofo don't turn to man yo Aka Jofo Aka is a boy yo Aka Jofo don't turn to man yo. She be then talk say we no go go, then talk say we no go go, then talk say we no go go, then talk say we no go go. Sample, Oluwa bless my husband, make the one no say na you. Baba bless my husband, make the one no say na you. Obi, Chikolobi, Obi, Chikolobi, Obi, Obi, Chikolobi, Obi.
All right, here I go. This time, unfortunately, we couldn't take any more calls because nobody was calling us. But tomorrow is another day. But stay tuned, don't go away because Mazi Iyke is next. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're going off the air this time. I will be with you again tomorrow at the same time. Stay tuned. Mazi Iyke USA 1 comes in next.
You know be by force. Run no by force. Camera niji sina nigana. Womo Biafra unakwado sigo. Unakwado sigo.
Beautiful message by Sampe. I love this one. Listen to what he's saying. He's talking to us Biafrans. From that, after that, we find our way. Mana this time, na keep us back. We like it. We go cut in hand. I need a bubiaka. Some cause no get time for nonsense. Chikolobi Obi. Anya Lamado. Anya Lamado. Chikolobi Obi. Biafra Mapano. Chikolobi Obi. Okay, I never go. Radio Biafra USA 2. We are off the air this time, but stay tuned. Don't go away because Mazi Iyke is next. From here, from me, I hope to be with you again tomorrow, same time. Bye bye.
In Biafra lies our religion, the last hope we have is in Biafran restoration. I believe. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship as a Chukukike Abiyama. Let your kingdom come. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship as a Chukukike Abiyama. Let your kingdom come. Let your kingdom come. Let your kingdom come.
To thank them for them standing up for the rights of the Biafran people and to secure the aspirations and the hopes of the Biafran people. We are also very grateful as Ambazonians that the Biafran people, that we have the support, the friendship of the Biafran people, and also to thank the Biafran people for their love for Ambazonia and all that they are doing to support Ambazonian refugees and the Ambazonian people have been displaced because of the brutality of the occupation in our homeland. So we are very, very grateful for the hospitality and the caring of the Biafran people hosting thousands, if not millions, of Ambazonians refugees within their communities. So I'm sure maybe you want to make this very interactive, or you just want me to talk.
Go ahead and talk, because when you need my help, I will give you the help, and I would like you to talk to your people. Because, yeah, and if you need us to talk, anyway, if I see a point where I can direct you, I will do that. But as of now, this is your first appearance. I would like you to address your people. If it takes an hour, fine. If it is less than that, that's fine. But our duty, as our leader would have done, is to give you the forum, to address your people so that they will know what you're doing. Okay.
All right. Well, what the Ambazonian people, I think maybe I should explain. Let me take some time to explain this to our Biafran brothers and sisters all over the world and in the Biafran homeland. What the Ambazonian people are seeking is freedom and independence for the Ambazonian people. We are a people. We have all the inalienable rights of every people across the globe. Ambazonian has never been a part of Cameroon. We understand that Cameroon has spread this propaganda and these lies within the international systems and in books. Ambazonian has never been a part of Cameroon. Cameroon is a separate state, a separate country. Cameroon gained its own independence on the 1st of January 1960. And during that period, Ambazonia was still under the United Nations, trusteeship. So the notion that Ambazonian is a part of Cameroon can be traced even back to when Cameroon gained its independence, and Ambazonia was never part of it. So during that period, Ambazonia was a semi-autonomous state going through the process to complete its own decolonization. So when the United Nations made a resolution, resolution 1608, to grant Ambazonian independence through a federal structure with Cameroon. Unfortunately, the international system, the Western powers that were in charge, that are still in charge of the United Nations, that are in charge of all international instruments, while they created a beautiful resolution to bring Ambazonian and Cameroon together to form a union, they never followed through to implement that resolution. They never followed through to make sure that the international systems, the laws, and the implementation of that resolution was followed through. This is what the failure to implement international laws, those created by the United Nations, has led to the genocide taking place in Ambazonia today. What has led Cameroon to occupy Ambazonia. This is what we are facing. This is what we are dealing with. And that is the reason why the Ambazonian people, this is why God Almighty, the forces that created this universe, inspired a new generation, inspired a new leadership, inspired a new voice through Dr. Joe Lucas Ayaba, the leader of the Ambazonian people, and give them the inspiration and the wisdom of exactly is needed to be done for the Ambazonian people to be liberated, for the Ambazonian people to be free, for Ambazonia to be a sovereign state. Dr. Joe went down to the Ambazonian territory in 2017 and invoked the right of self-defense for the Ambazonian people, and invoked the right to bear arms for the protection of the Ambazonian people, for the defense of Ambazonia. We do not only invoke our right for self-defense as a means for our people to defend themselves against the brutality of Cameroon, to defend themselves against a genocide that Cameroon had unleashed on them, but to make sure that they can protect our people and keep our community safe from the terrorist Cameroon the terrorist Cameroon gendarmes, the terrorist Cameroon police, the terrorist Cameroon military. And over the last 6 years, it has not been an easy journey. it's been a very worthy journey. It's been a very worthy journey. And today the Amazonian people can proudly say that we have defeated Cameroon tyranny. We have crumbled their system of occupation in Amazonia. We have dismantled their infrastructures of occupation in Amazonia. What Cameroon has used to gain legitimacy in Amazonia no longer exists. Their colonial parliamentarians, their colonial senators have all escaped the Amazonian territory and gone back to the Cameroon Bulu capital of Yaoundé. They have been living on exile, self-exile, excommunication since 2017, when Dr. Chu declared the right of self-defense of the Amazonian people. And so we are very proud of the steps we have taken, of the progress we have made. We know the journey is not yet complete. We know we will get there. We know our people are going to be free. The signs are very obvious. The signs are very clear. And we hope that the Biafran people can learn from our own experiences. We hope the Biafran people can model some of our successes and learn from our mistakes. We hope that the Biafran people, through our own experiences, can find wisdom, practical solutions, methods that have been tested and proven, and strategies that have never failed. We hope through our own experiences, the journey for the rights of the